Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily Speak English. I'm Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, everyone. I'm Tom.
How are you today, Tom?
Honestly, a little thoughtful because I had a strange realization yesterday.
Oh, tell me, what kind of realization?
I looked at my calendar and realized I've been saying I'll change next year for about 3 years now.
Tom, that is such a common thought, honestly. So many people say exactly that.
Really? I thought it was just my own personal problem.
Not at all. And actually, that exact realization is perfectly connected to today's topic.
Perfect timing then. What's the topic?
Today, we're talking about how to change your life, not with something huge and dramatic, but with real, small steps.
I genuinely need this one. Let's get into it properly.
Before we start, a small request. Please subscribe to Daily Speak English and share this episode with a friend.
Yes, it genuinely helps us keep making these episodes for you.
Okay, let's begin with a simple question, Tom. What does changing your life actually mean to you?
Honestly, I always imagined something huge, like moving to a new country or completely restarting everything.
That's such a common image, but honestly, real change rarely looks that dramatic.
It doesn't? So, what does real change actually look like then?
It usually looks incredibly small, almost boring, like one tiny decision repeated consistently over time.
Oh, wow, that's actually quite different from what I always imagined change to be.
Let me give you an example. Imagine someone who wants to become healthier, physically and mentally.
Okay, I'm imagining it. What happens in your example?
They don't suddenly run a marathon tomorrow. Instead, they simply walk for 10 minutes today.
Just 10 minutes. That genuinely sounds almost too small to actually matter.
It feels small, but that's precisely the secret. Small actions are actually the ones people continue doing.
Ah, I see. So big, dramatic goals often fail simply because they feel too overwhelming to even start.
Exactly right. And that overwhelming feeling usually stops people before they even begin properly.
So the very first real step toward change is choosing something ridiculously small.
Precisely. Small enough that you genuinely cannot make an excuse to skip it.
Like my marathon idea from last year, which honestly lasted exactly 2 days.
2 days. Oh, Tom, tell me what actually happened with that marathon plan.
Reflectively, I decided to run 5 kilometers every single morning, starting immediately. No preparation at all.
Oh no. 5 kilometers immediately? That's genuinely a huge jump for someone just starting out.
Exactly. My legs hurt terribly, and by day 3, I simply gave up completely.
Ah, I see. That's a perfect example of exactly why big changes often fail so quickly.
Looking back, I probably should have started with something much smaller, like walking first.
Exactly. And that leads us perfectly into the second important idea about real change.
What's the second idea?
Change happens through identity, not just through actions. And that's a genuinely powerful distinction.
What? Identity? What exactly does that mean in this context?
Instead of thinking, I want to exercise, think, I am becoming someone who exercises regularly.
So it's not just about the action itself, it's about who I'm slowly becoming.
Exactly right. Actions eventually shape identity, and identity, in turn, shapes future actions naturally.
That's actually a completely different way of thinking about personal change altogether.
I have a small personal story about this too, from a few years ago, actually.
Please tell me. I love hearing your personal stories.
Reflectively, I used to say, I'm not a morning person, constantly, almost like a permanent fact about myself.
I definitely say that exact same thing about myself, honestly, all the time.
But one day, I simply decided to wake up 15 minutes earlier, just once. Nothing dramatic.
Just 15 minutes. That genuinely sounds almost too small to actually matter.
Exactly. And slowly, I started saying, I'm someone who enjoys quiet mornings instead of the old identity.
So your language itself actually changed alongside your actual daily behavior.
Precisely. And eventually, that new identity became completely true, simply through consistent repetition.
That made me smile. I really like that idea, changing the story I tell myself about who I am.
Warm. Now, the third important idea, and honestly, this one surprises a lot of people.
Curious, what's the third idea, Sarah?
Friendly. Real change usually feels boring before it ever feels exciting or rewarding.
Wait, what? Boring? I always imagine change feeling motivating and exciting right from the very start.
That excitement usually fades within about a week, honestly, for almost everyone.
Oh no, that's exactly what happened with my marathon attempt. The excitement disappeared incredibly fast.
Exactly. And what remains afterward is simply the boring, repetitive daily habit itself.
So real change actually requires continuing even after the initial excitement completely disappears.
Precisely right. And that's genuinely the difference between people who succeed and people who quit early.
That's so interesting. So boredom isn't actually a sign of failure, it's honestly a completely normal part of the process.
Exactly. And once you accept that boredom, it actually becomes much easier to continue anyway.
That made me smile. That's honestly quite comforting. Knowing boredom doesn't necessarily mean I'm doing something wrong.
Now let's talk about something practical. 3 small habits that genuinely support real, lasting change.
Curious? Yes, please. Give me something concrete I can actually use starting today.
First, choose one tiny action, something so small you genuinely cannot make an excuse to skip it.
Like walking for 5 minutes instead of immediately running 5 kilometers?
Exactly that. And second, attach that new action to something you already naturally do every single day.
Curious, like connecting it to my morning coffee or my evening shower somehow.
Exactly right. After I make my coffee, I walk for 5 minutes. That's genuinely powerful.
So I'm not really adding something new, I'm simply attaching it to my already existing routine.
Precisely. And third, track your progress somewhere visible. Even something incredibly simple, like a calendar.
Just marking an X on the calendar every single day I actually complete the action.
Exactly. And seeing that visual chain grow longer genuinely motivates you to continue it.
That made me smile. I really like that idea, watching small proof of progress build up visually over time.
Now I want to address something important too, for anyone who feels like they've already failed before.
Curious, what do you mean exactly by that?
A lot of people think, I already tried changing and it didn't work, so why try again?
Oh no, I definitely think that sometimes. Honestly, especially after my failed marathon attempt.
But here's the truth, Tom. Failing at a huge, dramatic goal doesn't mean small change won't work.
So my previous failure wasn't really proof that change is impossible for me.
Exactly right. It was simply proof that the goal itself was far too big to start with.
That actually takes a lot of pressure off, honestly, thinking about it that way.
And remember, real change is rarely a straight line. Some days you'll skip your habit completely.
What happens on those days when I genuinely forget or simply don't feel like continuing?
You simply return the very next day. Missing one day never actually ruins real progress.
It's the giving up completely part that actually stops progress, not one single missed day.
Exactly right. And that's genuinely such an important distinction for anyone attempting real change.
Can I share a small thought too? Something I've been thinking about during this whole conversation.
Please, go ahead, Tom. I think that's important for people to hear.
I think I always wanted permission to start small, but somehow felt embarrassed by tiny goals.
Embarrassed? Why exactly?
Because tiny goals felt somehow less impressive compared to big, dramatic announcements to other people.
Oh, that's so true. But honestly, nobody actually sees your quiet daily walk except yourself, and that's genuinely fine.
Change doesn't need an audience, it just needs consistency, quietly, day after day.
Beautifully said, Tom. That's genuinely such an important realization for anyone listening today.
let's do a quick review of everything we talked about today.
Cheerful, yes, review time, my genuinely favorite part of every episode.
Warm. Real change starts small, small enough that you truly cannot make an excuse to skip it.
Agreement. Change happens through identity, becoming someone new rather than just completing isolated actions.
Sincere. Real change usually feels boring before it ever feels exciting, and that's completely normal.
And we learned 3 habits: tiny actions, habit stacking, and tracking visible progress.
Warm. Plus, remembering missing one day never ruins progress, only giving up completely actually does.
Oh, wow, I learned so much today. This episode genuinely felt really meaningful to me personally.
Warm. Me too. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode.
Grateful. Thank you so much for listening to Daily Speak English today.
Friendly. Please subscribe to Daily Speak English, give this episode a like, and share it with a friend.
Curious. And here's our question for you today. What's one tiny action you'll start tomorrow to slowly change your life?
Warm. We would genuinely love to read every single one of your answers in the comments.
Cheerful. See you next time, everyone.
Laughing. Bye, everyone, and keep taking small steps, because small steps genuinely change everything over time.